Holy shit, that episode was absolute greatness, man. Oh my god, I am so annoyed this got delayed. Technically, it's officially not out in Japan yet, so we may have this delayed by a week. Next week may be episode 2. If you want to actually watch the episode, you can watch it online now. It's got Chinese subtitles on top of it. Because what happened is a Chinese site that was streaming it just went ahead and streamed it right when it was supposed to come out in Japan. That's why some people have downloaded it and managed to get it within that first half an hour that was actually up. Then they took it down. So you can find copies of this episode with Chinese subtitles. It's amazing. I was completely mind blown by this. Seriously. So I'm going to talk about this in a bit of a weird order. Because best bits for me. God damn. Ikoma and Mumei. I didn't even like Mumei that much in the last episode. Yeah, she was pretty badass with her little kick. But other than that, like, everybody was like, oh, I really like her, I really like her. I really didn't like her design. The kimono, the shoes, the traditional thing. And then the twin tails. It wasn't my thing. I didn't like her. In this one, though, I'm fucking in love with her. I'm right behind everyone else right now that's like, damn, proper best girl of the season right there. Ikoma, though. Straight up best boy of the season. No fucking doubts in my head about that. But I'm going to come back to that and the main story after the first thing, because last episode, I said the music feels kind of like Attack on Titan. And definitely the BGMs do. That moment when Mumei was fighting, flipping through all the Kabaneri, trying to kill... Not Kabaneri, Kabane. Trying to kill like 30 to 40 of them within 100 seconds. That was really badass. The music that played, it sounds the same as Levi's theme from Attack on Titan. Except instead of a male voice, they've got a female voice. It sounds gorgeous. Really love it. Levi's theme while he was spinning through and attacking all the enemies was one of my favourite music pieces from Attack on Titan. So the fact that Mumei has her own version of that is just brilliant. Mumei's so much of a cooler character than Levi ever was. Okay, so the music was great. The opening was incredible. I love that band. I mean, we'd already heard the opening at the end of the first episode and it was greatness. Egoist, definitely one of my favourite bands of all time from Japan. They are just brilliant. I liked them. Ever since they first did, what was it, Guilty Crown? They've been greatness. And that song is pretty good. But the ending song, which is also by them, started in this episode. I think it's called Ninao or something. And it's with someone else. But I don't know. It's brilliant. It sounds amazing. The little images that they have going with the ending look really cute and beautiful. Really beautiful artwork. And again, the opening looks amazing. It's just animated so perfectly with Ikoma and Mumei flipping through enemies, destroying them. This is absolutely amazing. I'm super hyped up from this, if you couldn't tell by how excited I've been so far. So now to get into what actually happened in the episode. God damn, this has been so thrilling. I'm really going to be annoyed when we have to wait 2 more weeks for the next episode, since we've all seen this one early online. But anyway, we found out what Kabaneri are. You see, at the beginning of the episode, we have Ikoma stand up in front of everyone and say, I'm a Kabaneri. And he's all happy about it and intense about it. And we're like, okay, so that's what a Kabaneri is. I get the general idea. He hasn't quite gotten rid of the virus. It's still inside of him. It's making his body stronger. It's probably making him a lot more resilient to pain. I mean, we see him catch what must have been a ridiculously hot pipe because it was pumping hot steam through it. Just casually put it back into the wall. So, you know, super strength, super damage resilience. He's gotten bitten by Kabaneri multiple times in this episode and just kept on fighting as if it wasn't no thing. He is my favourite main character in a long time. I mean, the last episode, everybody was so hyped up for him because he's smart. He tried to figure out a way to deal with these Kabaneri. He didn't buy into the whole bullshit of it being a curse. He thought of it as a virus. He was a very intelligent character. He built his own little nail gun weapon that works incredibly well, using not only the steam power that their normal nail guns use, but also gun power to obviously produce a more explosive round that travels faster and destroys shit. Really cool. And in this episode, we see just what kind of fighting spirit he has. Because, I mean, he does everything he can to save people. He constantly is saying things like, I want to work with the humans, I want to do this, I want to do that. He's basically just trying to save people and prove his worth. Because he realizes he looks a bit like a demon right now. He's got a giant bite on him. And eventually he starts to realize his heart is glowing golden as well. So he knows people aren't quite going to accept him. So he's trying to prove himself by killing off Kabaneri. even though he does that, he still gets kicked off the train. And he feels completely defeated by this. You know, most people would just give up at that point. They'd move on. They'd try to survive while they moved their way across to find a new town with maybe a new defensive area. Not this guy, man. I mean, he sees the train in trouble, whereas most people would have turned away and been like, you're fucking right. Getting what you deserve, mate. Probably what I would have done, to be honest. He doesn't. He walks straight through, kills all the carbonate in his way, and makes sure that he gets the train back on the tracks and gets it to keep going. And his whole reasoning behind this is such greatness. I mean, he's half dead as it is. He manages to push the damn switch to get the train moving. And he's just like, yeah, I'm going to make you all suffer. You're all going to remember this shame, this feeling that somebody that you threw off the train, that you abandoned, was the one that saved you and kept you alive. Fucking amazing. Like, that was just the brilliant line, man. He's got such spirit, such angst. You can tell he's been through some shit and he just keeps coming back for more. Loving Ikoma. And just as badass in this episode was Mumei, because goddamn. Now that she's changed her outfit, I really didn't like her outfit or her hair before. And all she really did was that one flip kick. You could tell she was going to be badass. I didn't expect her to be this badass though. I mean, we saw her in the PVs and the openings. I just didn't realize it was her because she looks so different. But she is cool. She's a Kabaneri as well. She's half carbonate, half human. She's got these 2 little shotguns which she carries around with her. She can reload them instantly. Flips around the whole place, taking everyone out, stabbing them when they need to. Ah. Oh. She is love. She is life. That whole scene was epic. She was trying to keep it all down to 100 seconds. She got 10 seconds over and was disappointed with that. And then instantly she went to sleep afterwards because she was tired. I'm guessing using her carbonate strength takes a lot out of her and then she needs to recharge for a little bit. But she's just so cool about everything as well. I mean, that purple-haired girl, who is now the leader, I'm guessing, of their little group because her father died. Mumei just straight up walks past her and says, wow, you're not very good at leading an attack, are you? I mean, if it weren't for you, so many people wouldn't have died. Like, just instantly deep. And then that girl had to see her father turn into a carbonate and just run them over with the train. Ugh. That girl with the purple hair is going through a lot as well. I'm interested to see how she's going to turn out throughout all this. Ikoma's friend, he was a bit of a douche in the last episode, I'm not going to lie. Like, he was basically saying Ikoma deserved to be thrown in jail. But in this one, even though he turned half carbonate, he could tell he still had himself, his consciousness in there. He tried to save him. He threw a line for him to grab back on. Was fighting off the people that were trying to push him away. Dude's nice. I don't normally like Kajiyuki characters. I'm normally just instantly against Kajiyuki characters. This guy's cool. I like how much of a best bro he is, and it must have taken a lot for him to just look past the fact that he's half carbonate and still try to get him into the train, knowing that he could turn carbonate at any second. And then there's a samurai douche face Kurusu, who serves the purple-haired chick who's taken over. He's basically stereotypical samurai kind of guy. He'd be happy to just kill himself at any second if he got infected or if he brought shame onto the general area. He's a bit of a douche, but I can imagine he's going to become a very interesting character in the future, especially now that they know Mumei is a Kabaneri too. I mean, his whole thing has been not trusting Ikoma at all this whole time. And so that's why he's a bit of a douche. But at the same time, he's stuck in his old ways. He's from that Bushido kind of period mindset thing. His natural belief is that the carbonate should be killed. So it's obviously as soon as he sees a carbonate infected person, he wants them to die. He's probably seen several of his own men get bitten and then have to kill themselves before they turned into carbonate. And to be fair, he did give Ikoma that choice. That's probably the nicest option he sees available. He gave Ikoma the chance to take himself out rather than be killed by everyone else or just thrown off of the train. So that's kind of nice. Till Mumei saved the day with her goddamn greatness. So yeah, I am just extremely hyped up for the rest of this. It's a very interesting show. It does use a lot from Attack on Titan, but it's completely gone its own way now. It's very deep thinking. They've got so many classism issues. The mixture of the old school mindsets and the new school mindsets, and they're going to clash with each other. We got these half human, half carbonate things, which I'm interested to find out more about. I mean, Mumei's whole time limit thing, is that self-imposed, or is that going to be for her and Ikoma as well? So much interesting shit. And is Ikoma going to mass produce those nail guns like he wants to and make it so that even just random steam engineers can start taking out Kabaneri? So much awesomeness. I can't wait to see more. Second episode was greatness. I'm not sure. Hopefully they will play it within the next few days in Japan. Maybe tonight, or probably just going to leave it till next week, to be honest. In which case we won't see episode 3 for another week and 6 days. But definitely check this one out if you can. The Chinese subs don't get in the way too much. And it was amazing. So yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this review, wreck that like button like you mean it. Subscribe if you haven't already to see more. And I will see you guys next time.